Well, we'll just take that from Joe, and the question from Joe, Claude, anything fast breaking, but I guess you've already answered that, and the answer is simply...
Yeah, the answer is simply no at this point, but we still have 45 minutes to go, and there are going to be some names that'll pop up at the end here, but who knows? It's hard to say, and Dave Nonis has been calling every GM, and a lot of them are just standing pat right now.
The Leafs, in terms of strength, would it be on the blue line, given what you've got in the system coming up through the junior ranks and what you've got with the Marlies?
Oh, absolutely. I think we've got some strength in pretty much every position. We're pretty excited to have Garrett Sparks come to the Marlies, and we just signed McWilliam, and I'm pretty excited to see him play. And all those young kids, when you see them in juniors or in colleges, they play a certain style, but once you bring them all together, it's pretty exciting to see their development and see their progression.
And in Andrew McWilliam's case, I remember seeing him at his first rookie orientation camp. Skating needed some work, but here all of a sudden, 4 years later, he's matured. His skating's better, and he's a big piece of business, isn't he? He's
a big kid, and he hits like a truck, and pretty excited to see him play. And just bring that physicality back there. I think it's going to be great. They lost Mark Frazier to the Leafs, and having a big body like that on the back end is going to be impressive.
Jimmy Hughes, our Director of Player Development, has been busy. Let's talk about a Dominic Toninato who impressed last July in Etobicoke. He had a pretty good year at Fargo, didn't he?
He sure did. He's a skilled guy. He moves well. He's a hockey player, and those are the types of guys that you want. You want hockey players, and the more skill you bring into a lineup, the better you're going to be. I mean, it's a simple thing to say, but that's what it is. You try to win, with character and everything else, but you got to bring skill into it.
Josh Levo was a player drafted in the third round, not ever ranked by Central Scouting. The Leafs saw something in him, and I think it was a good premonition. Has he ever filled out and has had a pretty good year for Kitchener?
Absolutely. Josh is a goal scorer, and he, anytime he gets the puck in that scoring area, he's going to put it in the net. And again, the way the minor hockey league is coaching now, guys are dumbing down the game a little bit. But when you've got skill, you really need it. And you need to score goals to win games.
We're busy on the internet and Leaf Nation. A question for you, Claude. Will we see any significant movement today? But I guess you've answered that.
Right. Not right now. But again, we still have 40 minutes to go, and you never know. You may, something may pop up right at the end. Some teams that have been holding on to players for too high a price may drop their price, and we'll see. But at this point, not much going on.
Let's talk about strength up the middle. One of the other questions was, will Joe Colburn get an opportunity to make the Leafs in 2013-14?
Well, Joe's playing really well, and he's developing the right way. By having Nazem Kadri move up, it was very difficult this year for all these young kids to play early in the season for the Marlies. We had too many bodies down there because of the lockout. But then once the season started, gave Joe an opportunity to be on the first power play, to get more ice time, and he's really progressed well, and so he's got a great shot next year for sure.
Tyler Bozak's situation, the process begun to perhaps keep him within the organization as you guys move forward to see what you guys want, what his side wants?
Oh, absolutely. We've started some discussions with Tyler's people, and it's a process. It takes time, and we'll get it done. Same with Clark MacArthur. He's another unrestricted free agent, and Colton Orr. We have a number of them, and at the end of the day, you just we like our chemistry. There's no rush to sign anybody right now, and we'll eventually get something done.
Before we go, an opportunity to bring David Brohl back from the Greyhounds and Stuart Percy. Both went through the experience of joining the Marlies. How valuable is this time for them and their progression?
It's a great time for both those guys. Last year they came up with the Marlies. They actually played better with the Marlies than they did junior hockey, and it's a testament to the hockey, to young players' talent and hockey sense. When they play better with better players, it's always a great sign, and both those players have shown that last year.
All right, Claude, thanks for dropping by, and 45 minutes to go and your phone's buzzing, but
we gotta go.
It might be somebody at home saying.
That's right.
I don't know.